Today on ELN Morning.
Repairs underway after a partial floor collapse in a Mill Point apartment.
An update on Hurricane Dorian, what we should expect here in Alamance County.
And failing forward. Phoenix Flops joins us live in the studio to talk about making the most of your failures.
All that and more.
ELN Morning starts right now.
Well, good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Baylor Rodman.
And I'm Ashley Moran.
Physical Plant is now saying that it could take up to 5 to 6 weeks to repair the Mill Point apartment involved in a partial floor collapse during a party last weekend. Earlier this week, they estimated it could take just 3 to 4 weeks to repair. Take a look at what the downstairs apartment looks like now after Physical Plant removed the ceiling. Director of Buildings Trades Tim Dengler says now engineers are working to come up with a repair plan.
We've removed the ceiling so that we can see all of the joists and all the trusses so that we can make the determination on what needs to be repaired, what needs to be replaced, and what can be kept in place.
Dengler says the number of people in the apartment caused the floor to cave.
It was pushed to its breaking point, and then additionally having people in the space jumping up and down, dancing, caused a failure to individual trusses, so that those loads then caused all the rest of the trusses that act as a team to support the floor to start failing, like a domino effect.
You can see here a bent part of the ceiling, which Dengler says if it broke could have caused the floor to completely collapse. Dengler says right now he doesn't know who will be responsible for paying for repairs, but the rest of Building 120 is safe for students to live in.
Continues to work its way up the East Coast. While it does not pose a major threat to us here in Alamance County, other parts of the Carolinas could get hit hard. Our Jack Norcross joins us live now with the storm's latest track. Jack, what can we expect here at Elon?
Well, it's not going to be a whole lot, but let's just talk about where the storm is now, because this is quite interesting. All right, look right here is the eye of the storm, and we're about 100 miles off the coast of Charleston, which is seeing the brunt of the storm right now. And as you know, we started down here in the Bahamas, and we're making our way, it's making its way up the coast. Let's talk about what we're going to see in terms of the future. Now, the storm right now is a Category 3. It was slightly upgraded from a Category 2 last night, but it's expected to become a strong Category 2 once again by the time it reaches North Carolina here. Wilmington and the Outer Banks are definitely going to see the brunt of this storm. And we're also going to see some significant rainfall for this region as well. Wilmington, nearly 10 inches. New Bern, nearly 11. As for us here in Alamance County, we are going to only see not even really anything, 0.03 inches in Greensboro, so not too much in terms for us. Wind speeds, also a major factor for this storm. 112 mile per hour wind gusts possible in Wilmington, and 117 perhaps in the Outer Banks. Once again, for us, 30 miles per hour, nothing that we haven't seen before. Now, the storm, as I said, moved through Charleston. Here's some video here, just kind of ripping through the town. We'll see how much damage there is. And then there's the Bahamas, too, as I mentioned earlier as well. Some houses just wiped off the map. Some significant damage there. We'll have to continue to follow that as rescues are underway in the north. Let's take a look now at your Phoenix 5-day forecast. Today and tomorrow is when we're really going to see this storm. Thursday, today, we have a high of 80, low of 60. Perhaps going to see some afternoon showers tonight. Moving into Friday, we have a high of 88, low of 63. Saturday, looking beautiful for us here, especially for football. High of 87, low of 62. Moving into Sunday, we have a mostly sunny day and then a partly cloudy day on Monday. So overall, we are away from those high 90s temperatures, and now Baylor and Ashley, we can maybe enjoy and maybe start seeing some fall, which would be quite nice.
Jack Norcross live in studio for us. Thank you, Jack. Ashley, what do you think about this weather?
You know, Baylor, I woke up this morning to an alert on my phone that South Carolina was getting absolutely pummeled, and that just broke my heart for everyone there who had to evacuate.
Absolutely. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone who is in the path of Hurricane Dorian. Vice President of Student Life John Dooley says the administration is monitoring the situation, but that no operations seem to be affected here at ELN at this time. But of course, we're going to continue to monitor the storm. Moving on now, tickets are now available for this year's fall convocation, featuring former governor of South Carolina and U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley. Haley will be the first speaker in ELN's 2019-2020 Speaker Series. Convocation will be held on September 27th at 3:30 in Schar Center. Tickets are available to the public for $15 and free to all students with a valid Phoenix card.
ELN Sports Vision will host a gathering of friends in honor of late ELN alumnus Chris Edwards on Saturday. Edwards, a 2018 graduate, was found dead alongside his mother and sister in Cobb County on August 23rd. According to the Cobb County Police Department, Edwards' mother killed Chris and his sister before killing herself. The ceremony will take place in Newman Lumen Pavilion at 7 p.m. following the Phoenix's home opener at Rhodes Stadium. ELN's marching band has dedicated their season to Edwards and plans to wear red ribbons to honor him at every game they play at this season. ELN's Gender and LGBTQIA Center, which is in charge of education programming and social events on campus, is planning for its biggest year of growth yet. Our Emery Eisner joins us live in studio to talk about the GLC's plans for the upcoming year.
Hi.
Hi, Emery. Good morning to you. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning.
What can you tell us about what the GLC is and what it means to the ELN community here on campus?
Right, so as you said, it stands for Gender and LGBTQIA Center, and basically this is a hub for queer students and allies to come and find resources about LGBTQIA life or just to come and hang out.
So what's the expansion looking like for the GLC? How is this happening?
So I talked to a few student assistants at the GLC, and they all said that since the organization's founding in 2013, there has been exponential growth, and that means in membership, resources, and events that they plan.
Great, so how can students get more involved?
So students can either visit them in their physical office in upstairs Mosley, or they can visit the GLC website and contact student assistants there.
Well, Emery Eisner, thanks for getting up early with us. We really appreciate you being here. For more on this story, pick up a copy of this week's Pendulum and tune into our first episode of a new season of ENN Radio tomorrow on Spotify or SoundCloud.
And coming up, some creative approaches to parking on campus.
And with fall just around the corner, we have a tasty treat coming up with college cooking. We'll be right back.
ELN campus police have been issuing parking violations since the start of the semester. But starting Monday, students violating parking regulations will be towed. Our Jack Norcross reports on how some students have gotten creative with their parking, while others haven't given in.
If you don't live in historic, Global, or Oaks neighborhoods, then getting to the heart of campus may take a bit of extra time. But commuter students like ELN senior Heather Parrish are getting creative in where and how they park.
Here I found out I had to park behind Schar, and it basically took me as long as it would take me to walk from my apartment to get to any of my classes. So I just took the sticker off my car and parked in the visitor lot every day.
But not everyone is as creative as Parrish. ELN sophomore Kathleen Collins was ticketed 10 times last year and towed 5. Including once for parking in Connie Book's personal parking spot. But this year, she's trying to end her bad habit.
Like baby steps, like maybe I'll only get towed once this year. Like I'm trying to work on it, but last year, I guess I didn't realize how many times I'd been towed, so I just kind of kept doing it.
Collins says she's accumulated nearly $1,000 in parking fines. So much that she said the school threatened to unenroll her. Now she is trying to lend advice to all drivers on campus.
If it says don't park there and they're gonna ticket you, they're being serious. Like, do not park there and just park where you're supposed to.
Even though Collins wants to limit her fines, she is yet to buy a new parking pass for this year. For now, she hopes University Police continue to ignore her unregistered car. Jack Norcross, ELN Morning.
To avoid getting towed, make sure you pick up a valid parking permit for your neighborhood in McCoy Commons and follow parking regulations designated around campus. Okay.
Thanks so much for joining us for today's ELN Morning. For all the news you need to know when we're not on the air, visit our website, elonnewsnetwork.com.
Thank you guys. Have a great week, Elon.